Black Pine, a quiet, idyllic town nestled between dense forests and towering mountains. A picture-perfect postcard of tranquility. This is where our story unfolds, where the whispering pines hold secrets and the mountain's shadow cloaks mystery. Beneath the peaceful veneer, something unsettling stirs. The town, once vibrant with life, now whispers tales of the vanished. A chilling wind sweeps through, murmuring unsettling words. People are disappearing. As the sun sets, the serene town plunges into uncertainty. But this peace has been disrupted. People are disappearing and no one knows why. In the local diner, hushed whispers fill the air. Talk of the town isn't the weather or the latest football game, but the disturbing disappearance of our neighbors. The chatter weaves a chilling tale of an ancient hermit, shrouded in mystery, living deep within the heart of the forest. His presence is as elusive as the moonlight, especially during full moons. A tale so intriguing it's enough to pique anyone's curiosity. An old hermit living deep in the woods, rarely seen and more so during full moons. It's enough to pique anyone's curiosity. And so I decided to investigate. With that resolve, I found myself venturing into the dense forest, the whispers of the trees guiding me deeper into its mysteries. The forest, like a sentient being, seemed to have a pulsating life of its own, hiding secrets beneath its verdant canopy. As I delved deeper, an odd structure caught my eye, an old cabin, standing like a relic, a testament to time and solitude. The cabin, dilapidated yet defiant, bore the stories of its secluded inhabitant. The door creaked open at my touch, revealing an interior as intriguing as its occupant's reputation. Stepping inside felt like stepping into a different world. The air was thick with the scent of age-old wood and something else. Something inexplicably eerie. The cabin's walls, the canvas of an enigmatic artist, were adorned with lunar calendars and cryptic symbols. The sight was as fascinating as it was unsettling. A chill ran down my spine. The investigation had only just begun. As night fell, the forest came alive with sounds that made the hair on the back of my neck stand up. An orchestra of nocturnal creatures played a symphony that echoed through the dense woods, the rhythm of the wilderness adding an uncanny pulse to the evening. Emerging from the shadows, he appeared, the elusive hermit. Under the luminescent full moon, his form took on a different hue, his movements a peculiar cadence. His eyes glowed with an unnatural light, an unsettling reflection of the lunar glow. His behavior was erratic, his movements unpredictable. He paced, he growled, he seemed transformed. Under the moon's glow he looked different, almost beast-like. I followed him, my heart pounding in my chest. The moonlight filtered through the trees, casting long, ominous shadows that seemed to dance on the forest floor. The hermit led me to a secluded clearing, a spot untouched by human hands for decades. The sight that met my eyes was both disturbing and compelling. Personal belongings of the missing townsfolk lay scattered across the clearing. Children's toys, women's pendants, men's wallets, all remnants of lives abruptly interrupted. Each item a chilling testament to the mystery that had befallen Black Pine. My mind raced, the implications of the scene before me turning my blood to ice. They were here, but where were they now? Suddenly, I was not alone. The air grew heavy, whispers floated through the trees, and in the dim moonlight, shadowy figures began to emerge. A chilling realization washed over me. These were the lost souls of Black Pine, the missing townsfolk, victims of the hermit's curse, forever bound to the forest. I ran, making it back to town by the break of dawn. The hermit's cabin, once a den of secrets, now ablaze, leaving more questions than answers. Back home, I wrote down my harrowing experience. This story, these secrets, they're a burden I carry alone, an unresolved mystery that haunts me. Every full moon, I'm reminded of the enigmatic hermit and the souls lost in the woods of Black Pine. What happened to them? Have you ever heard about the mystery of the mountain settlement? That's where our adventure begins. We were a team of climbers, each one of us eager to conquer the peaks of the majestic Rocky Mountains, to chart new routes in the wilderness. But as we embarked on this journey, our goals shifted. Our boots crunched through the snow, revealing an old road, untouched and forgotten. It was a path that led us to a discovery we didn't anticipate, an abandoned settlement, shrouded in snow and mystery. The road led us to a curious sight, an abandoned settlement, shrouded in a blanket of snow. Houses once brimming with life now lay deserted, frozen in time. As we ventured deeper, we stumbled upon forgotten relics of a bygone era, old journals, their pages yellowed and brittle. As I leafed through these dusty chronicles, a chilling narrative began to emerge. The journals held tales of a beast, a creature that supposedly lived among the residents, a specter that was the harbinger of their disappearance. Nightfall brought with it an eerie silence, broken only by strange sounds from the forest. The wind whispered through the trees, carrying with it an unsettling symphony of distant howls and rustling leaves. It was a cacophony of the unknown, a chorus of the wilderness that sent chills down our spines. Suddenly we noticed something was amiss. One of our comrades, a jovial spirit always quick with a joke, was nowhere to be found. His absence was like a void, filling the air with a palpable sense of dread. All that remained of him were his tracks, disappearing into the white expanse, a chilling testament to his sudden and inexplicable disappearance. We stood there, staring at the tracks, a silent promise of danger lurking in the shadows of the forest. Yet there was also a glimmer of hope, a faint whisper of a chance that our friend was still out there, waiting to be found. With hope and fear in our hearts, we decided to follow the tracks into the forest. Deep in the forest, we discovered a cave, its walls adorned with ancient drawings. These cryptic images told a chilling tale, one that sent shivers down our spines. They depicted a man, or so it seemed at first, but as we examined the pictures, we noticed a transformation taking place. The man's form slowly morphed into something grotesque, something feral. His body twisted and contorted, growing fur and claws, his face elongating into a snout filled with sharp teeth. It was hard to deny the terrifying truth these drawings revealed. A man transforming into a beast, a werewolf. Suddenly, we were attacked by a creature, part man, part beast, that emerged from the darkness. In the face of such terror, we fled, leaving the cave and its horrors behind. Our hearts pounded in our chests like tribal drums, echoing the fear that consumed us. The once tranquil forest now seemed alive, malevolent, its shadows twisting into monstrous forms. We ran, stumbling over roots and rocks, our breath ragged in the icy air. As dawn broke, we descended from the mountain, but the settlement and its curse were not easily left behind. Back in the safety of my home, I held one of the journals. My eyes fell on the last page, the words chilling me to the bone. The curse continues. The words echoed in my mind as I began to realize that the curse of the settlement was now my own. Ever had a day that started just like any other, but ended up being anything but ordinary? Picture this. A seasoned psychiatrist, that's me, navigating the labyrinthine streets of New York, ready to delve into the mysteries of the human mind at Bellevue Hospital. The city, a symphony of life, hums its morning tune. The hospital, a sanctuary of healing, opens its arms to the day's challenges. The anticipation of helping, healing, understanding. And then he walked through my door. His eyes held a haunted look, a plea for understanding, for help. As he sat across from me, his face bore the weight of 1,000 sleepless nights. His hands trembled, his voice quivered. With a deep sigh and a reluctant glance, he began to share his terrifying secret. I believe I am becoming a werewolf, he confessed. His words hung in the air, a challenge to my years of medical training. His story unfolded, each detail more chilling than the last. He spoke of waking up in unfamiliar places, his clothes torn and body marked with unexplained scars. His voice trembled as he described a recurring nightmare, a sensation of hair sprouting all over his body, of teeth lengthening into fangs, and a hunger he could never satiate. His confusion was palpable, the fear in his eyes real. He shared about his blackouts, a loss of time that he could not account for, always coinciding with the full moon. He revealed an unsettling pattern, a cycle of transformation he couldn't escape. His narrative was punctuated by entries from a journal, a diary of his dread and despair. It was a chilling account of his ordeal, a catalogue of his metamorphosis. The journal he handed over held a chilling account of his ordeal. It was a tale of transformation, a journey into the unknown, a dance with the darkness. I decided to observe him overnight during the next full moon. The night brought with it a transformation I could scarcely believe. The security cameras bore silent witness to a spectacle of peculiar behavior. The man, once docile, seemed to be consumed by an unseen force. He howled, not unlike a wolf, his voice echoing through the sterile hospital corridors. His demeanor shifted towards aggression, an animalistic rage that felt out of place within these clinical walls. But the most striking occurrence was his display of strength, far beyond the norm, an uncanny power that defied explanation. The footage was unsettling, to say the least. I consulted with colleagues, seeking answers in medical textbooks. Poring over ancient tomes and modern theories, we contemplated rare disorders. Could this be a case of clinical lycanthropy, a condition where one believes they've transformed into an animal? Or perhaps it was rooted in psychological trauma, an escape from a reality too harsh to bear. Shared delusions were also considered, an intriguing phenomenon where a delusion is transmitted from one person to another. We delved into these possibilities, dissecting each symptom, each episode, each fear-laden word our patient had shared. Yet, as we navigated the labyrinth of medical explanations, we found ourselves at a crossroads. But none of the theories fit perfectly. The enigma of our patient's condition remained, a puzzle piece refusing to fit into the conventional framework of understanding. The next evening, as the full moon rose, the hospital plunged into chaos. The power flickered, like a heartbeat on the edge of panic. Alarms pierced the air, a chorus of electronic fear. Amidst the pandemonium, confusion swelled, terror mounted, a crescendo of unspoken dread, and then he was gone. The next morning, a note on my desk caught my eye. "Thank you for trying to help. Some mysteries are better left unsolved." And so, the city woke up, oblivious to the enigma that lurked within.